Call the meeting to order. 7:11. Thank you for your patience. Just to let everyone know that the meeting is being recorded. It's also being held virtually online. My name is Brian Larshell. I'm the chair.
Tony Capola, member.
Brock Germanara, member.
Chris Perna, member.
I'm Leanne, I'm the clerk.
Thank you. Before we get started, is there any public comments? Okay. First agenda item is to review and accept the minutes from the last meeting.
I already read those. So.
On the minutes, under old business number 6, subpoint I, says that there was a motion made by member Perner and seconded by Perner.
I'm pretty awesome.
Yep. I think it was supposed to be made by Tony, seconded by Chris. I'll fix that. Or vice versa, I'll double check my notes.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I'm going to.
I make a motion to accept the minutes as read.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Before we get going with the new business, I just want to confirm the next meeting. We should be going back to our first Tuesday. Does that work for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
That would be the 7th, October 7th.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay. Okay, so the first new business item is a public meeting. The Conservation Commission will hold this public meeting pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, the Wetlands Protection Act, for a request for determination of applicability for Richard Bullock to determine the applicability of the Wetlands Protection Act for the purpose of repairing and rebuilding a dock, happening now. Are you here for that?
Yes,
Are you Richard?
yes.
Nice to meet you. Would you care to explain what you did? Because I understand it's been rebuilt, correct?
We've repaired slash rebuilt a dock that originally put in 1999,
Yep.
at which time we filed what we thought was all the required paperwork. Good for 30 years. I sent Leanne a copy of that.
Yep.
material. And in June, we we built the dock, and in July, we got a letter from the Conservation Commission, which had been sent to one of our owners who lives in California, and she was not there, so it was delayed getting to us. So by the time we got the letter, asking that we file a notice of intent, the work had been done.
Yep.
I'm just hopeful that that's all we need to do. The dock, the work's been done, the dock's in place.
Yep.
Simple with the dock.
So this is on Comet Pond,
Yes.
West Comet Pond Access Road. And,
For 20 years, I was the secretary of the association, and I saw any paperwork that people needed or filed having to do with this sort of thing. I never saw anything. The only document I ever saw was the one we filed, and
Yeah.
people would ask about putting a dock in, and I would give them a copy of what we had,
yep,
saying, to my knowledge, that's all required that they act according to that material.
yep. So the document, which I've seen digitally, but it's it's an application with DEP directly. It's the Chapter 91 like waterways permit, which my understanding is that's a little bit different and sort of there's some overlap with what we review. My understanding is that permit looks at more of, does this structure interfere with public use of the water? Not so much the bank and the wetlands and things of that nature. So I understand that license or permit is good for 30 years, as the applicant has stated. However, we recommended that he file something with us to cover, the wetlands side of it. So that's the RDA that's in front of us.
Okay.
And
And the work's all been done.
the work's been done.
Yes.
How does the dock compare to the previous dock?
It's essentially the same.
Same.
No trees were removed or anything in order to build the dock, or?
No. No disturbing. It just sits on the bottom. And we don't take it in around in the spring and the fall. We've got some cables that keep the ice from moving the dock, and it's worked well for the last 30 years.
Yep.
I would make a motion that we allow it to be and,
Just stay there.
and move along.
Right?
Okay.
Seems the simple course of action to take.
Yeah.
So I have a motion.
Second.
So all in favor of a negative determination? Aye.
Aye. Enjoy your dock.
Yeah, thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's all you need it for?
Yep, we'll sign it over the next few days, and Leanne will touch base with you and get you a copy of it.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Thanks for coming
Thank you,
in.
Rick.
It's nice when it's simple like that.
Okay, next up, old business. This is for 2 public hearings that have been continued on Birches Road.
Okay. Take a read. I'm the historian.
You're the paid historian.
The historian.
I guess before you get started,
Sure.
I think,
I'll come up and.
yep. I think it'd be best, because there's new members here, it's been such a long time, if we could just treat this like a new application and present everything totally new, as if it was the first time.
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Let's update the story so we can see if that makes sense, since the DEP has processed it as a standing
Yeah, no, that's fine.
application.
Yep,
so.
yeah, but just to present
All right.
it, 'cause I don't remember.
Basically, a notice of intent was filed, and I'm speaking relative to Lot A, because the other side of the street, the filing on that is still in its current status. I've not been tasked by the current property owner to
Do anything.
anything with that. There's been no supplemental
Yep.
work done on that to answer DEP's questions. So This is relative to Lot A.
So just Lot A, but not 43 Birches Road itself?
Correct.
So we're just dealing with one?
Yes. So hopefully you can get that one to completely close out by the time we're done here. So in 2023, I believe it was February, notice intent was filed on that lot. A public hearing was held, and the commission, I think you go back in your records or recollect that the commission voted to approve a plan that was presented by me, subject to that notice of intent, with the condition that the issuance of order conditions be held back till DEP issued a file number. DEP did not issue a file number accordingly and raised questions on the notice of intent and its technical completeness and asked for certain additional information. So I'm just going to show you, just to for your memory, here's the plan that was voted on following that public hearing, and just to leave it here as a reference for a minute. So over the course of the 2 years since the public hearing, I believe it was in April, the owner of the property, to put it bluntly, took their sweet time to have these services in place by a professional engineering land surveying firm to help me answer the questions that the DEP had on the filing, some additional information. Most of that additional information had to do with the determination of the floodplain for Templeton Brook, most of which the area concern and the flood elevations are off the property. So it became a fairly wider surveying engineering evaluation in order to answer the questions specific to this lot in terms of the 100-year floodplain delineation, and also the mean annual flood elevation at the same time. So there's some hydrologic, hydraulic analysis work that had to be done. And in order to do that and be able to map that efficiently relative to the site plan, the datum had to be converted. I use a local datum for most of these plans, but they wanted, in order to come up with those answers, you needed to convert everything to USGS elevation. So those were the major items that were worked on in that time frame. And then from that information, I was able to answer the DEP analyst's questions, and then subsequently, following that review, they issued the file number just recently. So I believe the only things that were brought up was just to answer the question, is this confirmed as a separate lot? Which it is. If you go back and look at the deed, is a very specific description to this lot. I called it Lot A just to differentiate it from the property on the other side of the street. But they are very separate. So it's not all brought together. The only time that's of concern to the DEP, it has to do with the riverfront area calculations. And when you use part of a parcel, it's not supposed to exceed disturbance of 10% of any riverfront area. So it's critical to how they review those calculations. So it's confirmed as an individual lot, and they suggested some demarcation of along the siltation fence line, since that defines the limit of work, some kind of demarcation, markers or what have you, so that the future owner of the property doesn't go beyond those limits, that there's an acknowledgement that that's as far as they can do things on that property, so they don't exceed that 10% of the riverfront area. Right now, the level of disturbance is, I believe, 8.7%. So it meets their criteria and allowed them to now issue the file number. and essentially to complete the authorization for the work. I have, just so you know, if you look at these plans, you'll look at them, they're essentially the same things. So once we did the flood delineation, you can see that on this plan here. There was a minor reworking of the 200-foot riverfront limit based upon the mean height annual water level, but none of it changed the layout of the features I had on the 2023 plan.
So all the house plan, everything
The features
physical
are
is
exactly
the
the same as you guys had reviewed it before. Septic system in front.
Yeah.
The house is in the same location, right along this tree line, and you'll see an apple tree out here on this edge.
Yeah.
Nothing has been modified on the site plan, so it really didn't take much of a review by them other than, oh yeah, now I see these other things we asked you for. They don't impede the development of these features. So, and this is what they've authorized. This is, although I think your records will indicate that you guys okayed this plan, when you do your order of conditions, it should reflect this revisions, because this is what DEP has now in as their official.
In giving you
version.
that
Yes,
file number.
yeah. Make sure it references.
So this is a dead horse,
2025.
basically, right? At this point.
It is, other than I show you that
Right.
because it
placements are
doesn't
the same.
change, it doesn't change the description of
Yeah.
what's happening there.
Leanne, do you have notes indicating that we voted and approved that? I don't recall that.
I can look back to our
I'm
notes
looking back
to
as well.
see. But can you email me the new plans? I don't have them.
You don't have them? Okay. I know there was a lot of back and forth of stuff there the last few months.
Let me pull up the,
I have some,
I dropped them off to you.
you dropped them off to the Board of Health.
Oh.
I can't, we don't have a
Okay.
scanner big enough for.
I have
Oh, we have
some,
all-
I
we
have some
all
extra
kinds of- I
copies.
could've left you one, I didn't realize that, and I have some here too, and he has.
I can leave you that's this plan right here.
Can you please send them to me digitally?
Yeah, I can. Do you
Thank-
want these though?
Nope. I would prefer
Okay.
digital.
Okay. Well, I know some places want the hard copies still, because if they go in the field to look at in terms
We're
of
trying to go
compliance, they.
paperless.
Okay.
And we're in the process of purchasing.
You like that?
A printer that will print.
You
it.
want
You know we're gonna want it staked off before we go look at it again.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. And that's part of their, they want, they're big now, DEP, on marking out your limits of work
So aren't
on
we.
a permanent basis. So everybody's on the same
Okay.
page on that.
So the wetland flag's still hanging out there, or they have to be refreshed?
I honestly don't know if these four are there. I know when Chris started, redid this plan, he did pick them up, so.
Is that actually running water or is it just
No.
wetland?
No,
Just
I'm
wetland.
very conservative on that delineation. The wet is quite a ways back here.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking. So I didn't see anything in your specific file, so I'm gonna go into our minutes.
Yeah.
When would this have been?
Tom Larson was
Yeah, it would have
running
been
the show,
23.
was running that meeting.
Yeah.
And it was April.
So I know I
23.
wasn't here, so I can't really speak to it.
Because there were no public comments. The commission was happy with the description of it, and it's good to go, but we need a file number and can't issue the order.
I don't even know who went and looked at this property.
I went out there with Rick Green.
Oh, you and Rick.
Yeah. But I don't.
You don't
I don't
remember it either. It's been so long, I understand.
So personally, I think I would like to take another look at it.
Yeah, it makes sense to me that it should be seen again.
So in the minutes from April, it has that the board moved to continue it to the next hearing to May, so I'm gonna open up May.
And the one that's not, the one that's not Lot A is like right here, right across, or is it?
No, it's
Ag.
it's up the hill.
It is up
It's
the-
toward Ragged Hill Road.
Okay.
It's and that involves breaking out a separate parcel. And that's where the rub is with the DEP. Yeah, what exactly breaking out, what constitutes 10% disturbance of that parcel. They want to roll the existing house and features related to the existing house into that, and it becomes much more complicated. It's a land surveyor's exercise at that point, rather than environmental consultants. So,
Okay.
and the owner has not ponied up, I guess I'll use the word, to do that level of effort that we have now done on this parcel.
Gotcha.
That-
Quite honestly, it's Raytech and Mr. Aho that's moved,
You gotta build
helped to
around
move
this
this forward.
Yeah, and I'm under a clock on it, so it's, you know, this guy's getting tired of this whole thing too, and you're gonna buy, I said, yeah, well, I'll buy it and whatever, and then he did give me, I think I got about 35 days left here, I didn't really look, but Mark's done a great job and worked diligently on this, and there was a couple other things that I would point out. They lost some checks that didn't help. You remember that whole
Yeah,
fiasco?
yep,
Find those
yep.
check numbers. And the state actually lost those, so, and then they waited till those checks were voided or check numbers, and that was a delay. It was just, you know, and I'm like, you know, and so I got that resolved, and I mean, I just, for all my purposes, you know, I'm not pursuing that
Yeah.
other deal there. This is just,
Is there something you're looking to get closed in before winter? I mean,
well, I need to get, Conservation Board of Health approval with those plans and get a building permit, you know.
Oh, okay.
And so so I can close it.
Close the
the
deal,
property,
yeah.
and that's why time is of essence for me
Okay.
at this point. We've run this right to the 11th and a half hour, and I apologize that it's taken so long, and I never foreseen that. I don't know. But,
It's a level of scrutiny under this riverfront program that I have not seen anywhere else. I've done 2 other ones in the meantime which did not have this level of involvement. But quite honestly, on the other projects, there was an A&R plan already developed, you know, plenty of land surveying work, meets and bounds of all the property, and it's a level of sophistication I think they'd like to see invested in before you come to the DEP and try to get them to allow you to use riverfront area. So now that we've done this on this one, just this year in 2025, it broke it loose and allowed it to proceed with them, quite honestly.
If we revisit this in, you know, our meeting on October 7th, is that gonna,
that's too late for me. I guess would be my.
I mean, I saw it, but it was years ago. I don't know how it relates to the plan now. This is the first time that some of these folks are
Well,
even looking at this.
This work, those flags are out there,
Yeah.
and because he picked those up in February or something
Yeah.
of this year, and I drove by the property and I thought I seen those. I just checked it out that some vagrants had.
but we're gonna want the building staked out, we're gonna want the well staked out,
Yeah.
we're gonna want the septic system staked out. We know how to read a map, but we don't wanna have to go out there with tapes and so on and so forth. So, when that's done,
Not find anything other than the continuations from all of 2023.
so being with all the holdups, I don't really know how we could do anything but to look at it when we can and next meeting.
Yeah,
I don't see any other way.
yeah.
Have you ever done a site visit in the interim between meetings?
Oh, yes, yeah, no, I think we definitely do a site visit in between, and we would be prepared to, you know,
Go forward.
go forward the next meeting, you know. So,
And it's only, what, 3 weeks to our next meeting?
that's true, yeah. it's-
I can't
So you're
speak
talking
to it.
3 weeks. We're 3 weeks to our next meeting.
I can't speak to it because I've never seen it. I
Yeah.
mean, this thing's basically, I've seen it continued for every meeting I've been here, and that's about as much as I
Yeah.
know. You know, I never saw this and I never voted on it or anything like that, so.
Yeah, I think it'd be unfair to make you vote on it now, you know?
Yeah, it's not a simple one by any means.
I've been down that road before.
Would it be useful for us to take a hard copy today and in 3 weeks in case we can't get it printed? And then
Yeah, I mean, if you have extra hard copies,
when
I
we
think
do
that
this,
would.
Yeah,
when we do
well,
the site
you
visit,
want-
we'll
yeah,
have it.
Yeah, take
One of us will have it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll email it to you.
Yes,
but
please.
if you guys want to, you know, in the meantime, poke around out there, it's pretty well defined where the work is. The property line is this wall here. I've got the distances called off. The house location, you can see this woods line right here.
yeah.
Because this part's the field, and it sits. The corner of the house sits in the corner of the the front corner is that corner of the
Does that
clearing.
need to be cleared right there? Is that,
Yes.
Okay.
This is what constitutes the approval. Because
Yeah.
you guys, one of the problems that zoning creates here in Hubbardston is you got a hefty frontage setback.
Yeah.
So this isn't an unusual situation. It actually, in order to meet your zoning, it sometimes creates a problem
But
with wetland setback.
there are times when we'll bend on that frontage clearance too. If the houses on that street are closer to the street, they'll bend on that. You don't have to go to 30 feet.
Yeah, except that we've got, in order to meet the septics and well setback standards too, it pushes the house back as well.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's all, it's
yeah,
it's
6 to
how
1
you
and a half.
make the puzzle, and
Yeah.
for this lot that was created, gosh, 1866, it's kind of like, it is what it is. And it's riverfront this way, riverfront this way, so it's boxing you into this this piece of the lot, and actual wetland in the rear. Plus you got setbacks. There's an existing house here with well and septic that push things to a degree as
is
well.
that Burgess Road? Yeah.
Is that the newer house? That was,
No, that's on the other side of that.
okay, that's the other side, okay.
Yeah.
Tony, question for you. You said you wanted to see things like flags and foundation and septic marked out. Is that an actionable thing for them before we
For them
show
to
up?
do before we go on. It shouldn't be our job to have to go out there with a tape and measure off of this plan where the house is, where the well is. That is not up to us to do. That should be done by them. If we want to check a few of their measurements, that's fine, but
So
for us to have to measure all of this and lay it all out when we go out there, that's not our job.
okay. So it wouldn't make sense to show up hypothetically tomorrow. Is
No.
that
No.
okay, understood?
I mean, I'm not just being a hard ass on this. This is,
That's how we do it for everyone.
Can you do that? Can you get somebody out there to flag that off so that we can go look at it?
Yeah, we can get that done. I'd say it'd be done by, I could have it done by Saturday. I could definitely go tomorrow booked, but we can get the people out.
If you get it done
Beautiful.
and you.
I'd get it done for
and-
Saturday if somebody wanted to go out there and do it.
And send I don't know, an email, a text, however you high-tech guys like to do it. And, yeah, I know, I'm not a high-tech guy. And
Like you've
we
never
can
got a
go-
text in your life.
I'm a yes, no, and okay guy, that's it. That's about as far as I like to
I'll
go.
remember that.
And, but I don't
That
see
still
what,
doesn't get you to the
I'm not too far behind.
past October 7th.
I don't know what else can we do?
I know you don't care about this, but I got a lot of money invested in the engineering and this and that and everything else, the whole thing. I don't wanna lose this purchasing of this property. It's just, can you,
Well, if it's staked off, I'm sure that,
can they approve this subject to the site visit? Has that ever been-
Satisfactory.
no, it has to be a meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question about the order of operations. So does it have to be Concom first, then Board of Health, then building permit, or did you already,
I
or
think
those things
it's
already?
typically that way. I don't,
Board of Health's meeting.
Every town's
tonight.
different.
I
Say, I thought Board of
Every
Health and
town's,
Concom could
every
be, like,
town's
the
got a
same
different way of
time.
doing
Yeah,
it.
usually
meeting
Board
on
of
it to
Health
approve.
approves everything first.
What are you saying, like,
before we-
just kind of go around it and then get the approval afterwards, once you file for the permit?
I'm just wondering if it's possible, like, if we are the last step, which is not the usual order, but would that be allowed? Like, I just
I
don't
think the
know.
Board of Health, that then doesn't meet till the
Well, they're separate. I mean,
second Tuesday.
they-
How often does the Board of Health meet then?
They're meeting on your lot tonight. You're on their agenda tonight, I believe.
Okay.
In the other room, right now.
In this room right here?
Uh-huh.
Wow, I didn't even realize that. I was wondering what Nate was doing in there.
Yeah, so I did that detailed septic plan. Obviously, after this was okayed by the DEP.
Gotcha.
So this septic system actually, we have formal test holes done here. It actually, when you guys when the commission back in 2023 looked at that plan, I have that reserve area in this direction, okay, in this direction, which would involve a future filing construction. I now have been able to engineer that leach field so that it's closer to the house, narrower, and the reserve area is in the currently to be disturbed area, so there would be no future filing for a future septic system if you needed one. So that's actually a bonus that's happened since that plan update, this plan update in February.
Now, we have a new building inspector, right? And he's only coming in one day a week, is that?
He
just-
doesn't have any office hours.
Oh, he doesn't come in at all?
Just does inspections and reviews permits. He reviews remotely, and he comes out and does inspections, usually in the evenings.
All right, so, all right.
Yeah. I guess,
So, okay, go ahead.
no, sorry, go ahead, Tony.
No, you start. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to figure out if we can, we don't want to, our first of the month is the 5th or the 7th?
7th, yeah.
7th. So that, if we're the last piece.
No,
everything-
we're the next piece, and then the building inspector.
And then building inspector has to be last.
Yeah, building inspector. Us Conservation Commission and this Board of Health have to approve their part of it before the building inspector sees it.
Gotcha.
Thoughts? I mean, I don't know what we can do. Is there anything we can change to make it work? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? We changed our meeting before. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't see why we couldn't change our meeting again.
I'm not opposed to that. If
Do you know what I mean? Go a little, you get that thing done, we go look at it. Can
Oh, I'm
we-
getting it done.
Right.
We're getting it,
Can we have like a meeting that's not,
in 2 weeks or something.
Yes,
as long as
we
it's
can
posted.
schedule a meeting for any time as long as it's posted and there's availability of space to host a meeting. Has to be posted 48 hours in advance. I would caution only that we have to be aware of precedent. That's all.
okay?
Meaning that if we do it now, this is the precedent moving forward. And if that's your choice as a board, but that's just my knowledge as a clerk.
And I wouldn't ask anybody to do it, but this is a 2-year deal. And I just barely got this extension. And obviously, you know, I know you don't care about the finances, but that's what I
I
still
get
want to
that.
purchase this lot because I put so much time and energy into it. And that's where I'm at with it.
Well, I mean, just speaking for myself, not for the board, being a new member, I mean, this thing's been continued and continued and continued because nothing's happened. And I'm sure that's because somebody was dragging somewhere. You just got this done, so I'm assuming you just got the DEP file.
Well, the worst thing that DEP could have done was told the owner of the property, we can keep this thing open for 2 years or so.
So they just dragged it. Yeah. So they've been holding you up. That's,
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody has a
Yeah.
limit.
No, I understand. I'm trying to get a little more clearer understanding of what happened. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, what is your thought? You're the chair.
I think we should definitely see it. I'm not opposed to having another meeting sooner.
Me neither.
I don't know if next week is, gonna give us enough time to look at it and review it, but maybe 2 weeks, plus or minus a day, doesn't have to be on Tuesday.
No.
I'm also okay with that precedent in a case like this where we think
I don't
like,
think you're gonna find one that's monkeying around for 2 years.
No,
In the-
not,
I don't know.
not
you'd be
that I've
sitting-
ever had.
I've never had one. you know,
Yeah.
But there's just been, I don't know. people
Well, if we can do
lost
something-
checks And then requiring that you show the written checks, sending them to Boston, coming back out of there. It is just, I said, whatever, and it was,
I think,
And what happens here? You end up, after this is all approved, you end up as the owner of the
yeah,
land
I have
and...
a contract to buy it, but I'm on a, he
I got
put
it.
me on a strict clock.
Okay.
He said, you better pony up, get this done.
right.
You know, you'd be, if you were this, your situation, you'd start looking at you, are you buffaloing me? Are you really, you know what I'm saying? Are you doing this or,
Right.
you know? And I went
Right.
to his house and sat down with his wife and this is where we're at. Saying, we're gonna get this, because we've got all the money now and got all everything that they wanted.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, I don't know if you want to make a motion, but I would go look at it. Do you know what I mean? And if we can get it done, then get it done. If it would help, I don't.
So I guess we need a motion to continue it to a certain date for the next hearing.
Put it in the form of a motion.
Yeah.
Great.
What date?
Well, what's the date today?
Today is
It's
the
the
9th is the calendar.
Great. Okay, so today's the 9th, the 16th. We can move it right until, let's say we move it until, we look at it, you're gonna have that done by Saturday, we go look at it. Why don't we
I'll
look?
do it Friday.
Okay, so we
Busy
could
next
look at
week.
it, say, towards the end of next week, look at, say, like a meeting the 18th, or we could do it on the 22nd or something like that. That way we would be here and it could be done.
We could the motion could be to the 7th, to our next meeting, with option to meet beforehand or something.
Well, I think we should just pick out
Okay.
a date now.
Great. Huh. I mean, it's,
I'll steal that back from you.
That's the 23rd?
Original.
yeah, the
Nice looking
23rd
copy.
would be the next Tuesday. I
You
mean,
gotta
that
frame
would
that
work
up.
for
This
me,
is all
that's
done.
only a couple of weeks away.
No.
And we can get that done.
I don't blame you.
He'll have that done, we can go.
23rd.
I can make anything work.
Me too. All right. Is that gonna make it?
What date was it?
23rd.
23rd, September 23rd, 2 weeks.
We'll get it
Yeah,
done.
I think I can work in 2 weeks, but I'll only have to do my,
We'll go look at it,
Generally next week.
and if you let us know, or Leanne, or somebody
I'll
important,
let Leanne know as soon as it's all marked out.
and we'll go get a look at it, and we have that hard copy map.
Yeah.
Here's your phone.
Thank you.
So
Make a motion?
I make a motion that we continue this until September 23rd, at which time we will bring the matter to a vote
Yep.
then.
And this is for Lot A.
For 43 Birches Road, Lot A, not 43 Birches Road, the other lot, I'm gonna call it.
The other one is just being continued
Yes, that's just gonna be continued.
indefinitely.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
I have a feeling we're all gonna wanna go and see,
right,
since it's been here for so long.
Do you want to
right.
make a formal motion to continue the other one indefinitely?
Sure.
Thank you.
Want to make that motion?
I make the motion that we continue Lot 43 on Birches Road indefinitely.
Second it.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Aye,
Okay,
Thank you, guys. I
Thank you.
really appreciate you guys doing that for me.
no problem. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Yeah.
You can go out this door as well. They're
Going right
around
there.
the corner.
Yep. Lots of doors here.
You can go check out your other.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
just from my personal viewpoint, I hate to see somebody who's obviously spent a lot of money
No, I agree.
and everything else.
Well, our job is to try and help these people.
Right.
I agree
that's-
100%.
That's how I look at it. So that's why I wanted to try to do what we could. It sounds to me like they've been held up and held up and held up, and now he's right on the cusp of probably losing quite a bit of money through no fault of his
But
own.
any piece of property with riverfront on the front end and back, you should expect to be held
You're
up.
right, it's been dragging butt.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next piece of old business is the culverts in town, and Travis is
He's on
online.
there.
Can you hear us, Travis?
He left.
Oh, he's there. You're on mute, Travis. There you go.
I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
So what's going on? I can hear you.
I sent over Leanne all the papers that got from the engineer and everything like that. They were just the piece that you guys had to approve the plans because they were changed from the original plans. They were 36 inch, now they're 48.
Yep.
This
So-
is for Brigham,
Brigham
that's
and
what
Berry Road.
Brigham and Berry.
Okay.
I have both in your packets, but.
Yeah. I think DEP issued the superseding order conditions for Brigham only, right?
Yeah, it's been crazy. So ended up going with the 48 on Barry Road cutoff also.
Okay.
Which those, you should have the plans for that. That's all been done, engineered. It's pretty much the exact same thing as Brigham is on the other side, so, she, in a way, made us think that we had to go that way in order to, continue on, and it was held up for a couple months already, and so we changed it to the 48 size, and then I guess he afterwards stated that, which is Rebecca, stated that you just needed to get a 401. I said, so she can keep the 36, and she's like, oh, well, if you can make it bigger, and I'm like, So we're just, I mean, literally, between Julian, myself, and everybody else that works with them, scratching their head, I want to get it done. And so Brigham Street's in, it's been in, everything's been hayed, it's really good down there. Now, tomorrow is the cutoff, and that should be done. And then now, because they held me up for probably 2.5 months, I don't know if I'm gonna get either one of them paid this year, because it bumped me all the way out till the end of October now.
I don't want to hear that, Travis, that ain't gonna get paid. I'm gonna start sending you my car bills.
You can send them to DEP and recoup some of the money we spent.
God.
I mean, literally, DCR, I sent all the stuff to DCR. They looked at everything, yep, you're fine, good to go. And all it was is money after money, hand over fist with DEP. And it's ridiculous, because literally, I took a $10,000 hit for just engineering, which turned into probably about, including COVID stuff, because that all bumped up. I went from probably where those two culverts would have been like probably a couple grand, they all bumped up to about $8,000 because of the size of the pipe. So altogether, I'm probably like 30 grand into this, and for what? Really, for what?
Do the bigger pipe sizes make the culvert last longer, or is just not related?
The bigger culvert, they want, and hey, I'm all for making something bigger, if you can possibly, but you have to watch what you do there too, because it's like a snowball effect. You enlarge it here, now you gotta worry about what's happening downstream and making sure that it doesn't ruin anything down there, or you have repercussions of that later on. But with all this being said, I've literally bumped it up to a 48, and I gotta bury a foot of it in the ground and put dirt in the pipe to make it.
Oh, my computer, I'm sorry.
Alright, Rob.
So did we just like hang up on him?
Yes. Oh yeah. Probably ended the
He's
meeting.
gonna be so mad. No, it'll come right back up once I plug in.
That's funny.
I always forget my computer has no battery lifespan. Sorry, guys.
That's good comedic relief.
Is this your personal computer or? No, okay.
I wouldn't allow it.
Thank you.
I don't want any work on my personal computer.
I don't blame you.
He's gonna text me. Where'd you go?
But basically, we just need to approve
Hi, Travis.
the new plan.
Sorry, the computer died.
So you put in a 48-inch culvert to stick a foot of it in the ground, spent a lot more money to do it for absolutely no reason. Is that what we're getting?
Well, now the critters can
Makes
crawl
it
through.
better. It makes it, well, unfortunately, I'm dealing with, and it is what I'm dealing with people that had just got into there, so I'm not dealing with people that have been there. So honestly, my opinion is that they really don't understand what it is, so they always throw out the stream crossing standard law. And then it's all the conversations, but then they turn around and say that, well, we can kind of, to go around that for certain situations, and it's like, this is the perfect situation that they should have. It was nothing out of the ordinary. It would have been a simple take out, put in, been done, without disturbing more ground. But because the stream crossing standards now states that you need natural bedding in the bottom of a pipe, so it looks like the pond bedding for animals in general. So that's what we had to do. So it's done. It looks really good. It's just a lot of money, a lot of time, and now screws up my paving project.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it gets paid. I'm putting in the one tomorrow to be done by Thursday and be done.
So at this point, you just need us to approve the new plan.
I think
Rebecca,
that's what-
suggested if we wanted to amend our order of conditions, which is up to you guys.
In other words, the plans that were done by Julian, which you could have, it's the exact same plans other than stating it's a 48-inch pipe.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to amend anything.
I would say we could just consider it a minor change and just vote on it and be done with it. Cut out some of that paperwork.
Make the motion.
More or less just wants to make sure that you guys are aware of it and accept it. That's how I kind of got of it.
I make a motion, we accept the plans as they are right now,
The order of conditions.
the order of conditions.
Just that it's a minor change.
Yeah, that it's a minor change.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Abstentions? I'm gonna abstain.
Why DCR?
Because I didn't vote on it before yet.
Oh, yeah.
The girls that looked this over for the DCR, I was there with these culverts.
DEP.
DEP, they had a lot of strange ideas.
All right.
And they were set in their ways, and it was gonna be their way.
Okay, thank you, Travis.
Yep, thank you.
All right.
Okay, so administrative matters, there's a cutting plan.
Yeah, it's just, I think an amendment. We have an old one and a revised one that I received August 11th, sorry. I'm just presenting over email.
Did what changed in it? Anything?
Do we have to approve cutting plans?
No.
It's just-
No.
We don't do anything.
Strictly a courtesy. Usually they have somebody, it's fine, a cutting plan will be filed with the state forester will go out and look at it. We get it as a courtesy, it's pretty much out of our hands. It's what I do all the time, take it right, it makes it a lot easier all the way around.
I keep it on file because people will call and ask about it.
Right.
This is just, like trimming or literally like logging?
You want
They
to see
could
a
be,
cutting plan?
they could be doing logging in there. There's it's pretty explanatory in there. As a landowner, you can fill it out, or you can have a licensed professional forester do it. And depending on, you have to file a cutting plan depending on the volumes of the wood you're going to cut. Or if your land is under Chapter 61, you automatically have to file a plan. And, I don't know, Vin must be doing some, logging or something on his property.
And if you're working in or around a wetland, you can file that instead of an NOI.
Right.
So that's when there's, some overlap and someone, sees cutting in or near a wetland, and that's why it comes to our attention so that we're
Right.
aware and we can direct the people that are curious to that document.
Right, if you're working around any wetlands, you have to file a cutting plan no matter what, so,
Or with us.
yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
Not with me.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.